Hi, our uni. Thank you so much and welcome to part 2 of our previous video where we were talking about how to invest and leverage on money market fund as you focus on your core business. I hope that video was quite valuable and insightful. So today, because I mentioned there we will talk about SACCOs, and the fact is I touched only a small percentage of Sacco, which people are not satisfied, and today I said let me do the Sacco part of it. Welcome. Time for water. Wow. Okay, SACCOs. The meaning of Sacco is savings and credit cooperative organizations. And Sacco has a lot of advantages and few demerits. The reason why joining Sacco can be one of the best options is, first of all, if you compare Sacco with financial institutions like bank, you get a lot of privileges if you are in a Sacco. So first of all, the same services that are offered by bank, it is somehow the same services that Sacco are offering, but Sacco go above and beyond the role that banks play. They have something called FOSA. FOSA is the front office, and we have BOSA, the back office. So FOSA is like current account, and BOSA is like savings account. That is the same thing that banking services do offer. We have current savings account, but it is worth noting that when president declared, okay, is it president really? But not president, but what I know is the capping of interest rate which bank was subjected to was removed, and now bank are in a position to charge interest the way they feel it fits to them. Now, if you compare that interest rate between Sacco and bank, Sacco are normally lower. They normally charge maybe 12 to 14%, depending with different product that they are offering. So for instance, we have said, okay, let me not go for the example. The point number one, Sacco offer lower interest rate. Remember, this is your expense. And for an expense, we would really love to minimize our expenses. So we go where we have lower interest rate. Another thing, another advantage of Sacco is Sacco normally have program like they can buy large tract of land, subdivide those land maybe into portions of 50 by 100, do value addition. What do I mean by value addition? They will tarmac or do maybe a feeder road, drill boreholes, fence the area to secure it, and ensure maybe the area is a gated community. So that is value added plots, and they sell to member at a cheaper rate. Now this service you can get to bank, in bank by being a member of bank. You get it only if you are a member of Sacco. So that is another advantage of Sacco. Another thing, some Sacco are organized with something called benevolent fund to cover their members. In case you are employed, you lose your job today, some Sacco can come through for you to give you some amount to caution you under that circumstance. So you see, this is not just your ordinary financial institution. It caters even for the welfare of employees. Another thing, if you meet the minimum share capital required to join a Sacco, you will be entitled to something called dividends. And dividend, you earn it annually, depending on the performance of the Sacco. And Another way you can earn through Sacco apart from dividend is interest on members' deposit. The deposit you always make will earn interest at a higher rate depending on the performance of the Sacco. So this is a thing that we find only in Saccos. What an advantage. What an advantage. So Sacco is the way to go. So what are some of the factors you can consider before joining a Sacco? Number one, for you to qualify for a loan in a Sacco, you will be required to do the following things. At least have guarantors, maybe 3 or 4, depending on the amount you are applying for. So for you to join a Sacco, ensure you have at least some few people you know who can act as your guarantor while you are taking loan. Another thing about Saccos, you want to be assured your money is safe and they are operated well. So here, this brings us to something called regulations. So ensure your Sacco is regulated by a body called SASRA. SASRA is the body that is mandated in Kenya to regulate the activities of Sacco. So if your Sacco is regulated, chances are high they will be performing well. That's it. Ensure your Sacco is regulated. Another thing about your Sacco, you can also look at the previous history on how they have been performing and how they pay dividend, because we want to be assured if we invest here, we are also assured of returns on investment. So look at the previous year's record. But allow me to say the following, that savings is your own personal effort. The higher you save, the higher the returns. Savings ni bidii yako. Ni bidii yako, my friend. So, if you are coming here to get rich quickly, then I think you can reconsider your decision, because it's about baby steps. Remember, if you are being paid interest on your deposit, the higher the deposit, the higher the interest. If you are being paid dividends on the shares, the higher the number of shares, the higher the dividend, because it's dividend per share. So Sacco is one of the avenue. So allow me to explain how do they generate this amount that you are supposed to be paid as interest. First of all, if they give, how do they generate their income? If they give you member loans at an interest, that interest is called interest income on their side. And that's okay. That is one way. Another way Sacco generates its income, for those amount you have deposited, they can go to government and purchase the government securities like treasury bills and treasury bonds, which are normally risk-free. And through this, the amount they will get as interest, they'll be in a position to split between you and them, because that amount they have invested is yours. And because they have invested on your behalf, they also need something. And that is how Sacco generate income. We have many more, maybe like auctioning their property, which they don't use, they have depreciated a little bit, among many more. So if I were you, I can invest maybe through a Sacco, and I can look and do research among the best Saccos. The best Saccos, what are you looking into them? Number one is the rate at which they pay interest. Are they regulated? What is their customer service experience? We have some Saccos which are advanced. They even have the mobile application app. You don't have to visit the premises. You can transact while you are at the comfort of your seat. And you see, it is those small things that make those Saccos to stand out. So I would really urge you to consider Sacco and you won't regret. It's just about baby step, and that is one way you can invest. Apart from money market fund, we have SACCOs and the financial institutions like bank under the fixed deposits account and etc. and many more. So you can do research. I don't want to promote any Sacco because I've not been paid to promote any Sacco for me to list the top 10 Saccos, but using the concept I've clearly said here, you can consider joining Sacco. So we do such kind of advisory on how to invest and how you can multiply your money in a very legal way. And we will be glad to serve you. Thank you so much and cheers. For videography, photography, you can contact Sam Justin. Sam Justin is your number one online solution provider to matters relating to photography and videography. And then another thing I would kindly request is maybe you can watch my previous videos. I would also love to have an interactive session, like you can comment here and ask me some questions. I'll be more than glad to reply to those questions. And maybe how we can improve on certain areas. Let me acknowledge that we had a challenge with acquiring the camera, also doing some settings, because first of all, I can only source client here, but YouTube is not paying me anything in as much as I've qualified with subscription. I'm yet to reach the watch time hours. So if you feel like this content maybe is making impact to you, suppose you are to go and consult somewhere and pay, but you have had this like something impactful, insightful, I can leave my number, the office number, so you can support us, maybe to invest on lighting, different camera, or support the editing stuff, anything that can help. And I'll be giving more tip and updates that will ensure you have succeeded in 2024, and not only 2024, for the rest of your life, because knowledge is power. This is Achieve with Chiagnos, and thank you. Until next time, bye. Asante kwa kunipenda